I just love Halloween.
Ronald, what's my costume?
We already have a daddy, so how about a mummy?
Where's your costume, Ronald?
What am I going to be for Halloween?
Yo, Ronnie, how about a clown?
Hey, I'm Tyler.
And I'm Katie. You're listening to Not-Stalgia, the podcast that is only slightly more fun than your favorite childhood board game. What was your favorite childhood board game?
Monopoly Junior. No, I liked Monopoly Junior, but my favorite was Pigs in a Pen. Did you ever play this game?
No.
I think that's what it was called. It had like a flat cardboard board, like all board games, but there were these little stand-up fence pieces, and each turn you were able to put one or more down. I forget exactly how it worked, to trap different pigs in your fence against your opponent. Man, I literally forgot
You okay?
all about that.
You really lit up talking about putting those pigs in a pen.
Pigs in a pen.
You all right, buddy?
Yeah. What was your favorite childhood board game?
This game called Hi-Ho Cherry-O that I don't know how it worked, but there were plastic cherries.
Yeah.
And they were like so cool and smooth and round, and I really wanted to eat one.
Oh no, did you ever sneak one?
No, but that was up there. This is like a real nerd move, but do you remember Brain Quest? It was like a trivia,
Yes.
like a trivia card deck, but they had also like a corresponding game.
Mm-hmm. I never played the game. I didn't know there was a game. I remember the deck because it had artwork with like rough pencil outlines on the kids on the box.
And you know what else I was a big fan of was Candyland.
Oh, classic.
I always wanted to end up looking like Queen Frostine, but I look like Grandma Plumpy. What's her name?
I don't know. I didn't play a lot of Candyland.
It's like Gumdrop Grandma or something. Everybody always wanted to look like Queen Frostine, but very few of us do. But did you know that Queen Frostine has been demoted to Princess Frostine because princesses are really hot right now? And
right now, they were hot then too. That's sad. Who's in charge?
King Candy.
King. So it was King Candy and Queen Frostine. Were they married?
I guess.
Were they rulers of rival kingdoms?
I don't know.
All right, we're going to do an episode on Candyland.
Let's ask Grandma Gumdrops.
But Kate, what I've wanted to talk about today is McDonald's.
Okay.
It's an audio podcast. Your really frowny face was not captured.
But what
Your mouth
do you want to talk
looked
about?
like
McDonald's?
the upturned golden arches.
What do you want to talk about?
We're going to get to a cartoon. I know, it's crazy marketing synergy that is so bad for kids.
This is so wrong.
So wrong.
I'm just going to come out now and say this feels really wrong.
The thing we're going to watch is from 1998.
Okay.
We're going to get to that. I figured this is the only time we're ever going to talk about McDonald's on this show, and I don't know about you, but I'm pretty nostalgic about McDonald's. I know I shouldn't be, but I am.
What are your weird things that make you nostalgic for McDonald's?
So, McDonald's somehow has done such a good job of making themselves feel like such a treat, which is pretty genius because like the food is inexpensive. So of all the things that your kid could really want and beg you for as a parent, I feel like I'm not a parent, but what a parent might think is that, like if your kid's begging you for something, at least it's like $1 hamburger, There's so many more expensive, ridiculous things that are marketed towards children. But I always viewed McDonald's as such a big treat, maybe because we didn't get it like all the time. The Happy Meal, they make you want to go get the toy. There's commercials. The commercials have a cartoon clown, which I know we're all kind of scared of clowns, but I was never scared of Ronald McDonald. Were you?
I was scared of Ronald McDonald, but I was scared of most things. So.
Fair. It's a good thing you didn't watch much TV, so you didn't have to see him very often in the commercials. The big things for me, I always loved more than anything, even more than a Happy Meal, McDonald's breakfast. I still have this defect in my my reward system in my brain. Like, I love McDonald's hotcakes with the stupid little butter that comes in. It's like a little puck with a little M stamped in it and the little syrup. I think they're delicious. I know they're not good for me. I know they're not high quality, but maybe it's just nostalgia, but they taste the same as they did, and I really love them.
That's nice.
What are your memories of McDonald's as a child?
I definitely enjoyed going to McDonald's. Very rarely did we get a Happy Meal. Very rarely.
What would you get instead?
Just whatever was on the dollar menu. A Happy Meal was like $3.50.
I know. They reamed you for that toy.
Yeah.
And the red cardboard box.
Yeah. It's much more cost effective just to buy like a $1 junior cheeseburger.
Did that make you sad as a child that you didn't get the toy?
No, not really.
You were evolved beyond that even as a child?
No one really told me about Happy Meals.
Oh, right. Again, you didn't watch a lot of TV, so you
Yeah.
weren't seeing the amount of money they must have spent on commercials, because every month I think they rotated the toy, so they had to have a whole new. But they were partnered with, like, it would be like a Mulan toy in your Happy Meal, so they were getting, I guess, money from
Let's think. These are all weird.
Well, that's okay. It's your nostalgic childhood memories of fast food. It should be.
So
weird.
I used to go to McDonald's sometimes with my Nana and Pop, which was great because usually they'd get you a milkshake.
Another
so that was
delicious treat.
that was pretty exciting. I have several cousins. So when we as a cousin unit were off on summer break, my grandma would get us like once a week. It was usually like a Thursday or something, and she would take us to McDonald's and buy us breakfast. We would sit there, and like the younger cousins would play in the play place, and I would just sit and talk to my grandma, which was pretty nice.
You didn't need a toy. You didn't need the play place.
Well, I was too tall for the play place. You remember, I was really gangly.
Sorry for
and
you, Kate.
There was just no way that I couldn't hit my head. But I was also like 13. You're
Okay.
too big
this
for the
is a
play
little
place
later
at
than
that
I was
point.
imagining.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is not my memory, but my mom's memory of McDonald's is that she would take my great-grandmother to, like, the podiatrist and then would bring her to McDonald's after the podiatrist, and my great-grandma would be like, let's split an Egg McMuffin. And so they would split an Egg McMuffin.
Get a particle splitter and cut the Egg McMuffin in half.
Listen, my great-grandma, trim and fit till the day she died.
It's wise. Financially wise
Beautiful.
and health wise. I'm sure a half of an Egg McMuffin is still more food than you're supposed to have in a meal.
Probably.
I would bet you. I trick-or-treated at McDonald's as a kid.
Oh, holy smokes.
So...
What did that entail?
When I was... I don't know if it was like on Halloween or like maybe like the closest weekend to Halloween. All the businesses in the town that I grew up in they would like do like kids come in and trick or treat. So sometimes the store owners would wear costumes, but they'd all be giving out candy. And McDonald's was walking distance from my house at the time. So like the Grimace would be, you know the Grimace? Do you
The
know
purple
who
man.
Yes, the big purple blob guy.
Yeah, I guess he's not a man. He's neither man nor beast.
He would have like a ghost costume on.
But he's already a costume.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well,
So it's like a meta...
that's pretty cool, I think,
Like
because
a
it
meta
sells.
Grimace.
Yeah, it sells the fiction to you more. Like if this character is wearing a costume, then
I
they
don't
must
like
be
it.
more real.
I don't like it.
So he'd be dressed up and give you candy, which I loved.
This just feels like the marketing devil.
Oh, 110%. That's the whole point of this
Guys,
whole episode.
Fight the marketing devil.
Guys, if you're listening to this and you don't get a hankering for McDonald's hotcakes, are they called hotcakes because they do not make them in a pan? Do you think?
Imagine, yes. They probably legally can't call them pancakes. Here's my question.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking around at our podcast studio here,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not seeing any food for me. Where is the food for me?
Oh, I see what you're... Normally, sometimes when we cover, like, a food-related topic, like...
Yeah, there's food.
Like, even on our POG episode, I gave you POG juice. Number one, we're both vegetarian. What are you going to eat at McDonald's? Filet of fish? Number two, it's 8 in the morning.
I just can't believe you're going to do a McDonald's episode and not buy me something.
You're right. You know what? I'm going to remedy this. We will do a proper McDonald's episode in the future where we eat a Happy Meal or something.
I don't want a Happy Meal.
When we had... Again, you didn't have them, but when we were the age to get Happy Meals, they were a little different. They've tried to clean up their act a little. There's like apple slices in there now. Sounds great, but as a kid, I would have been very upset. I would be like, I want my fries. I'm sorry, Kate. I should have gone and bought you hotcakes. That's the only thing available right now at 8 a.m. at McDonald's. If we're going to talk about this 1998 McDonald's cartoon advertising show, I feel like we should just talk about the entire history of the company. Buckle in. In 1940, brothers Richard...
Wait, question. Are you going to play some music from 1940 in the background?
You sure?
Like,
Yeah, I'll find something. It's got to be royalty free. But 1940, that should be out of copyright.
Figure it out.
So, Richard and Maurice McDonald, they launched their hamburger stand in San Bernardino, California. Watch the movie The Founder if you want to see this dramatized. I think it was Nick Offerman and the guy who plays Twisty the Clown on American Horror Story as them in the movie. So, speaking of, that's 1940. They make this hamburger stand. It's pretty successful. 14 years later, they're still going strong. Ray Kroc, who's kind of a scummy sort of salesman, shows up to sell them, I think, a milkshake machine, and then he decides to invest in the company. And in 1954, he becomes like the third co-owner. And he's really, really ambitious. He wants to franchise out and all this stuff. So he actually buys the brothers out in 1961 and is the sole owner of McDonald's. In 1963, just 2 years later, they create Ronald McDonald, the mascot, and he was created by Willard Scott, who actually was Bozo the Clown in Washington, D.C. Around that time. So he had experience as a clown. Here's the original Ronald McDonald.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Guys, if you haven't seen this, look up a picture
my God.
of the original Ronald. Can you describe him, Kate?
So he's a horrific amalgamation of McDonald's products. He has a cup for a nose.
He has like a tray on his head.
Oh.
Yeah, it's awful. And the commercial, I'm not going to make you watch it.
I feel so ill just looking at it.
Maybe I'll drop the audio into the episode, though.
Please
He's
don't.
like, there's a little kid, and Ronald McDonald walks up to him, and the kid's like, I'm not supposed to talk to strangers. And Ronald McDonald is like, well, my name's Ronald McDonald. See, we're not strangers anymore. You can talk to me. It's disturbing.
Yeah, that's like Abduction 101.
Well, hi. Isn't that McDonald's hamburger delicious?
Mom told me never to talk to strangers.
Well, your mother's right as always, but I'm Ronald McDonald. Give me a McDonald's shake.
Well, you sound like Ronald.
Here, I'll prove it. I'll give you 3 more hamburgers. I know, you're not supposed to accept gifts from strangers either.
But you're no stranger. You really are Ronald McDonald.
He's Ronald McDonald, the hamburger happy clown. A McDonald's drive-in restaurant is his favorite place in town.
So he becomes their, like, mascot. They run TV commercials. They have people show up at the restaurants dressed as him. It's their new thing, But then, that was 63. In 71, they want to step up their ad game. So they created McDonaldland, which is a fictional town populated by these characters. Can you describe what you're looking at?
There's a pirate,
That's Captain Crook.
an old man surrounded by Pac-Man ghosts.
Let me see, is that the professor? Yeah, that's the professor and the Fry Guys.
All right, well, he's surrounded by Pac-Man ghosts. Ronald McDonald, that creepy crook. A burger-headed man.
There should be are there 2 burger-headed men?
Yes.
So one of them is Big Mac. He's a police officer. Defund Big Mac. And the other one is Mayor McCheese. He's the mayor of McDonaldland.
I'm just concerned about, are they cousins? Is there nepotism here?
It doesn't seem good, right?
I know.
The mayor does seem to be in bed with the police department.
There's Grimace, which I can't decide if he's like a duck. Look at his mouth.
A duck?
Look at his mouth, though.
Oh, yeah, that is pretty duck-like.
And then Prisoner Zorro.
Oh, you know who that is. No, really? I'm sorry that I assumed that. That's the Hamburglar. Have you never heard of the Hamburglar?
I've heard of the Hamburglar.
The whole takeaway here is, right, they're like, this is live action. These are people in costumes and mascot heads and suits and all,
I don't
puppetry.
like or trust any of them.
I know you hate mascot suits. That's the reason I didn't make you watch a full McDonaldland commercial here.
Thank you.
They had a whole series of commercials in McDonaldland, right? Big hit, very popular. They're just trying to get kids to come to McDonald's, so it's all like kid-friendly, puppets, mascots, all that kind of stuff, although also kind of scary. They're really pushing fast food on children. That's the whole idea.
Get yourself ready for a trip through McDonaldland.
One bright sunny day in McDonaldland, Ronald, Big Mac, and their friend Tim were on their way to McDonald's when suddenly...
The burger alarm!
Cried Tim. Ronald knew in an instant what had happened.
Why, it's that crafty old hamburglar stealing all those delicious McDonald's hamburgers.
Said Ronald.
What do we do?
Well, not even a crafty old hamburglar can pass up a McDonald's chocolate shake.
Said Ronald. And sure enough, the crafty old hamburglar went for it. But then, like Ronald said...
Here's the problem,
Seems
though.
great.
The problem, other than, that problem.
Complete amorality of, fattening up our youth.
Right, but it's legal. The legal problem is, prior to this, in 1969, 2 brothers named Sid and Marty Krofft created a children's TV show called H.R. Pufnstuf. Have you ever heard of that?
No.
It was also a puppet mascot type show with very similar designs to this.
Okay.
So basically, McDonald's ad agency
They just
ripped
ripped it
off
off.
H.R.
Okay.
Pufnstuf. On that show, the main character, H.R. Pufnstuf, is a dragon who's the mayor of their town, and he kind of looks like not exactly a hamburger, but it's very similar. The whole aesthetic is very, very similar.
Did everything in the 60s look vaguely like a hamburger?
Yeah. H.R. Puffin Stuff's creator, Sid Marty Krofft, they sued McDonald's for copyright infringement in 1973. It went through several appeals, but in 77 they were awarded $1 million from McDonald's, and McDonald's had to retire a lot of those characters. Pretty much just leaving Ronald McDonald, the Grimace, the Hamburglar, and the Fry Guys. So you lose all the other characters, which is why
it's amazing
you haven't seen them.
These two regular people won a suit against a corporation.
Well,
I think that's the real story here.
It is, but they were pretty successful TV producers at that point. So in the 80s, now McDonald's has lost half of the McDonaldland cast. They introduced a new character, Birdie the Early Bird, the first female McDonaldland character, and she was introduced in 1980 because they started serving breakfast.
The night Birdie the Early Bird came to McDonaldland, starring Ronald McDonald and friends. Once upon a time, long ago, a box fell from the sky, and it read,
Open me.
"Oh, my."
Oh, Ronald, open that box, please, please, I beg.
And Ronald did.
Why, inside's a wonderful egg.
That's a really big egg.
Ooh, what kind could it be?
Looks like an early bird to me.
But that bird wouldn't hatch, wouldn't come out and play.
Let's give it some love. What do you say?
So they made it a nest, kept it warm through the night.
Rubble, rubble. That egg cracked a smile.
What a beautiful sight.
Now, Ronald knew if he brought on the day, that early bird would come out.
Tell McDonaldland's where I'll stay.
It's a good time for the great taste
You betcha!
of McDonald's.
So they only introduced a female character after their entire cast was decimated by a lawsuit. And they only introduce her because she's there to sell breakfast.
Yep. In 1989, they put out the precursor to what we're going to watch, which was a direct-to-video cartoon called The Adventures of Ronald McDonald, McDonaldland Treasure Island. It's 25 minutes. Maybe one day we'll do an episode on that. I've never seen it.
I really doubt it.
I was shocked to discover this. In 92 and 93, they put out 2 video games. One was called the McKids, or the MC Kids. The other was Ronald McDonald's Treasure Land Adventure, which I really want to play now. Can't believe I missed a Sega Genesis game about McDonald's where you play as Ronald.
It's truly shocking to me.
Really seems like something I would have had. Which brings us to 1998, the reason for the season today.
Wake up, it's another day. Time to get going, why sleep when we can play?
Morning, Sunday. Good morning, Ronald.
Gotta get ready to enjoy the view. Looking kinda cool, looking kinda new. There are things we should be trying, me and you. A new day's here and fun is overdue.
The Wacky Adventures of Ronald McDonald. This was a series of direct-to-VHS cartoons that you had to buy at a McDonald's restaurant for $3.49. So you'd see a commercial for it because you're like, Ronald McDonald's in the cartoon. You beg your parent for it if you're me, and then the next time they go to McDonald's, you just plead and hope that they will buy you this VHS tape. They did this 6 times, so there were 6 episodes of this between October 98 and January 2003. They were produced by, it gets even better, Arlene Klasky and Gabo Chupo. Oh, God! So it's got that Klasky Chupo style.
Oh, God, are they all ugly?
Yes, which we know from... we've done episodes on all of these. Rugrats, Rocket Power, Ah Real Monsters, Wild Thornberries, and As Told by Ginger. So it's got that super ugly design aesthetic. We are going to watch the first one. I was so hyped when this came out. It combined my love of Nickelodeon-style cartoons with my love of McDonald's. It was called Scared Silly. It was directed by John Holoquist. It was written by Andy McElfresh and Michael Bloom. And you could start buying it at McDonald's on October 9th, 1998. This is October that this episode's coming out. We may be recording it in August at 8 a.m., but it's October. So this is a sort of Halloween-themed episode of this show. I really liked this tape a lot. I watched it a lot because there was long gaps between when they would release them. They only put 6 out over the course of 5-6 years. Yeah.
You haven't seen this in a long time, right?
Probably not since 2000, I would guess.
Okay. Like, how much commercialism do you remember in it? Do they all of a sudden break and they're like, wow, I could really use a Big Mac?
No. I wonder if
and
they
then
will.
They eat their friend.
I wonder. No, Big Mac's, he was long gone because of the lawsuit. Yeah. This is just the remaining cast.
What did they do with how did they explain his disappearance? Were they like, oh, Big Mac died?
No, I think they just... The problem is they had a play place piece that was Big Mac's head with like... It was a jail, so it was his head, but the bun was open, like lifted up, so there were bars, and you would go into his mouth, basically, but you were imprisoned there.
He is both the policeman and the jail.
Yeah.
There feels like some weird overlap there.
A little bit, but...
I'm just saying.
You know, one day he wasn't in the commercials, and he's definitely not in this show. This was way later than that lawsuit. This is 20 years after that lawsuit was settled. Like, I don't think they're advertising food overtly. I think it's just the fact that you're hearing the word McDonald every 3 seconds because Ronald McDonald is the main character. I don't think they use McDonald's products to solve problems, but maybe they do. This tape, if I remember correctly, taught me how to get out of a hedge maze. And I don't think I've ever been in a hedge maze in the last 20 years and been able to use this skill, but I've always remembered that they literally teach you in it how to get out of a hedge maze.
Why wouldn't they teach you anything useful? Like, I don't know, how to resist corporate advertising.
So I'm really excited
do your taxes.
To revisit this for the first time in 20 years. I had at least the next tape, The Legend of Grimace Island, and I think that was it. I don't think I ever saw the rest. Maybe if you love it, we'll end up watching them all.
I'm going to give you a hint.
Wouldn't it be weird?
There's nothing I hate more than, like, unbridled galloping capitalism and clowns.
Wouldn't it be weird, though, if, like, for some reason it was, like, so well written that you were like, this was, like, really good, and you like it?
I'm going to doubt it.
You'll never admit it if true. One last thing before we watch. The McDonaldland whole premise was abandoned pretty much as soon as this cartoon was done in 2003. They switched gears with their corporate marketing campaign to the I'm loving it catchphrase, and they pretty much phased out everyone except Ronald McDonald. You don't really see the Grimace or Birdie or anybody anymore. Or the Hamburglar. The Hamburglar.
I think I found that clue you were looking for.
What does it say?
It's not hard to understand. Find the door with your left hand.
No mention of a left paw, is there?
I don't care what it says. I don't understand it.
It's not hard to understand. My uncle has one of those big hedge mazes, and there's a trick to getting out.
Let me guess. Hedge clippers?
You just start walking with your left hand touching the wall to your left.
What does that do?
Well, you might have to walk through the whole maze, but if you don't ever lift your hand from the wall, eventually you'll find your way out.
This house can't be that big. Let's give it a try.
Oh my god, what is this? Oh wait, it's not a cartoon?
It is a cartoon, but it has a live action intro, which I also really like.
What is that pole doing in the middle of the house?
That's it's a fireman's pole.
It's just in case they need to access McDonald's really quickly.
This dog, the live action version of it, is so scary looking, but it's so obviously a Klasky Chupo design.
So there's like a horrific Rube Goldberg machine in his home. Oh, he sleeps in a burger. Don't sleep in a burger.
His bed is a big burger with like a lettuce blanket, a tomato blanket.
Is that dog just like a little person in a suit?
I think it might be.
All the characters got thinner and taller, right?
When they were turned into cartoons?
Yes.
Yeah.
The cut on Ronald McDonald's jumpsuit, not terrible.
Yeah, I think you own a jumpsuit like that now.
Silence. Oh my god, why does he talk like
like
an older gentleman who works in like HR?
Yeah, the dog's like hello,
oh,
Ronald.
Sorry, Ronald. Why is his mouth like that? Oh my god.
The live action dog is not good.
Oh my god, his mouth. So he has a snout, and then underneath he has a mouth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Klasky Chupo designs brought to
life.
Look at
it. Oh my god, its mouth is horrible. He's got a regular human mouth on a dog. Why is this young girl asking this old man to come camping?
He's friends with some children.
I don't trust this.
Her name's Tikka, like tikka masala. Were they trying to introduce a tikka masala dish at McDonald's around this time?
Guess this was before Lyme's disease was a thing. How is he going up the pole?
The dog just slid up the fireball.
Do you think that Ronald McDonald's just a juggalo? Look at him. Oh my god, what? What?
All right, so
they've gone through this like strange interdimensional ball pit. oh my god, that made him animated.
That's how you turn into a cartoon. You jump through a ball pit, which is really a giant tube slide.
Oh my god. But what?
He's a cartoon now.
I don't like it. So he just pressed a button and it vomited out all of the supplies he would need for camping.
Yeah, it's got the Mark Mothersbaugh style music. It's just like it's an episode of Rugrats, but with Ronald McDonald.
I have a headache.
Oh, there's some McNuggets, which are chicken nuggets, but they have beaks. Oh, no.
That's horrible. Why is she the only humanoid child on this trip?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm a little worried.
It would be nice if it wasn't just Tika and a bunch of nightmare characters.
You know what's scarier than the far-flung phantom?
What?
This low-key abduction that's happening right now. Statistically, you're much more likely to be victimized by someone you know.
Especially if you know a giant clown.
Especially if you know an evil clown. Oh, what is that? What is that thing?
That's the hamburger.
I know, but like, why?
You know why you don't like him?
Because he looks like an extra on Rocket Power?
Yes. Can you tell who's doing his voice?
No.
It's, Cow and Chicken, Red Guy, Charlie Adler.
Oh, no, it's a musical?
Oh, I forgot there were songs.
There's nothing like the great outdoors, and the far-flung forest is the best, of course. If you want to get close to the greenery, then camping in the wild is the place to be.
There's flowers.
And squirrels.
And fish. And frogs. Caves and rocks.
And lots of bugs.
Hey, Ronald, are we there yet?
No.
Why did they feel the need to put a song? I don't know.
This is like 99 bottles of beer, except worse.
Oh no, are they going to sing it a third time?
They're just vamping. It's horrible.
Wow. And it's a VHS. It's not like for TV, so they didn't have to fill a certain amount of time. Maybe corporately they did, I don't know, but these little chicken nuggets are so small.
So the chicken nuggets are just little chicken bodies?
Yep, they have little wings.
I'm just at a loss here. Yeah, this seems bad all around.
She's luring them to their death, I think.
I hope so. I would literally rather watch It. All of the most horrifying, evil scenes from It. Just hit me up. Give me a supercut of everything horrific.
I wish they had made the Wacky Adventures of Pennywise cartoon.
Oh my god, what are those?
The Fry Guys.
Ugh. Hamburglar's vocal fry is insane.
I feel like the Hamburglar doesn't have any teeth. They drew his gums like he's a rugrat. Wow, they may get mauled by a bear.
We can only hope. Doesn't that bird know she can fly? Respect yourself. Fly out of there. So he somehow created a magic door portal.
Yes, Ronald McDonald possesses some cartoon magic in this universe, it seems.
Oh, God.
Wow, are we getting treated to a second song?
This look with the jumpsuit and the Doc Martens is somehow in again. I hope these animators were well paid for shilling themselves out. What do you think a dog's nightmares are like?
Their owner goes to work and never comes back. They think they're getting a beef-flavored treat, but really it's a chicken-flavored treat.
Nothing worse. What is the delivery on this dog?
Actually, it's one of the things in this I like the most. He's very deadpan. He doesn't like anything. Huh.
It's me.
I'm just saying, if Sunday the Dog and Ronald McDonald had a podcast...
Why would you ever take the Hamburglar on a trip? Oh, no. Tika's eating the nuggets in the bushes.
They're like screaming.
She's hungry. They're all going to die of exposure. They weren't prepared for adverse weather conditions? What kind of campers are they? These are like the stories that you read about. People die of exposure. They die. I'm just saying. What is this show teaching you? Nothing. What is this, like, sung through like an operetta? Jesus.
Yeah, we're in our third song.
You really liked this?
I did. Watching it now, I think I liked the live-action intro more than the cartoon part.
I think you probably liked the constant mention of McDonald. I have to say, given the choice of watching this or, like, looking at a blank wall, I would probably pick wall. You just liked it because it had a robot.
Oh, a robot powered by a hamster on a wheel?
It's definitely your jam.
Why is Ronald McDonald so familiar with hologram technology?
Man, Ronald has got a badonk. Look at it! Has no one ever seen an episode of Scooby-Doo? They're like, all right, let's all try these doors. I'm just so tired of watching this.
This is it. This is the house on Niebolt Street in It. Is this true?
No.
It's not?
I don't think so.
If you put your left hand on the left wall of a hedge maze and just walk around and never take it off, you won't get out. Oh, another song.
Don't let Ronald McDonald take your kid into a mirror maze. Wow, what a brilliant lyricist who rhymed this with this. I'm gonna sue for damages for this. Pain and suffering.
What's that I just saw?
This place is so creepy, you must admit. If we stick together, we can make it through this.
Let's stick together, we'll make it through this.
I've never heard a less enthusiastic singer than Tika.
Yeah.
This place is so creepy, you must admit. If we stick together, we'll make it through this. What?
To be fair, they were probably paying her an egg McMuffins.
Wow, I knew that Ronald could get farther than I, a young woman of color, ever could. That's America in a nutshell. A white clown made it further than you.
And she's internalized it. Oh no,
Yeah.
Tika.
I'm just saying. What? Is this like Saw?
Kind of. There's like an evil holographic head guy.
I think this is going in the direction of Saw. He's like, Ronald, you have profited off of using hamburgers. Now you must eat these hamburgers filled with needles. See? So he did a riddle, and she got it wrong, and he was like, go in the hole! And then a huge hole just appeared.
And Tika disappeared forever.
This is basically Saw 2.
Oh yeah, they're all trapped in a house together.
They're being punished by the,
There's even Tika is like a double agent. The answer to this riddle is a McDonald's quarter pounder with cheese, available for $1.99 at your local McDonald's restaurant.
If at the end of this they're not eating McDonald's.
Oh no, actually the answer to the final riddle was friendship.
What's happening? God, that horrific dog.
I love him in live action.
Look at his little fists.
What's on Ronald McDonald's PJs? Little cars?
Are they gonna tackle colonialism? What's the deal?
I guess we'll have to watch The Legend of Grimace
We're
Island.
not gonna do that.
They just hit us with the preview. Starring Ronald McDonald as himself.
This is your very own clown, Ronald McDonald. Hoping I'll see you next time, live and in person at McDonald's.
Does that give you a hankering for McDonald's?
I think I may never eat McDonald's again.
When's the last time you ate McDonald's? So what do you think?
It was not good. Yeah, I mean, I just think like